Wait, don't scroll. Just feel this for a second. You felt it, too, didn't you? That strange pull in your spirit, like someone just whispered your name from the other side. That wasn't random. That was heaven. Trying once more, because this isn't just another message or video. Be quick, says Archangel Michael. You were told to open this right now. You are being tried to reach by a family member who has already died. They've tried all day, all week, and maybe even longer. You have been told there's no chance in this. There is something coming out and you might not get this if you skip it. Okay. Please put your world on hold for a moment. Right now, the world of heaven is opening wide just for you. God has told Archangel Michael to talk to you directly. When that happens, it means the veil is thin and a sacred truth is trying to reach the soul that needs it the most. You are that soul. In heaven, they spoke your name out loud. They gathered angels close and begged, please let them see. Please let them know. It's not just for your ears. It's for your spirit. The person who raised you, prayed over you, or even the person you never really got to say goodbye to is ready to tell you something. But you have to let your whole heart open. This message has a key, a miracle, or a release that you must hear all the way through. And Archangel Michael is shaking with worry. There's never been this much divine pressure on him to get a message across. That's why this is showing up now. By divine design, not by chance. Just take a moment to listen. You didn't click on this. It was your soul. You are about to hear something that could change everything from someone you love very much who is now in heaven. But be careful. If you skip this, the message will not be heard. This kind of message sounds like one you've heard before, but it's not. This one is different. You might not fully grasp it yet, but as soon as you saw these words, your name was being called out in heaven. Also, that's not poetic. It's a verb. You have been called by the light. In a spiritual emergency, Archangel Michael tells them, this is not a drill. The person trying to reach you is not a stranger. It's someone who loved you more than their own breath. Even though they're gone, their love never ended. It made their voice stronger in the divine. They have something to say that they have been waiting to say, but you haven't been able to hear because you were hurt, busy, distracted, or down in the dumps. But heaven stood by and did nothing. And today, they just couldn't wait any longer. This is why Archangel Michael came to help. He begged God to let him bring this to you himself. Not to a million people, just to you. Because what they're about to say is holy, dangerous, and beautiful all at the same time. This person who has died knows how hard things are for you. The pain you've been keeping hidden in your pillow at night. The way you laugh with other people, but cry when the lights go out. They saw the prayers you said to yourself, but never said out loud. Their view comes from a place where lies can't live. They are now ready to talk. But now comes the warning. You'll only get a piece of the truth if you don't stay until the end. Pieces don't free people either. That can only be done with the whole message. Please stay with me. Do not scroll down. You got this far. Your name is still ringing in the halls of heaven, says Archangel Michael. And something is going to happen soon. Someone in your family who you thought was dead for good is about to leave you a strong sign as a surprise. But only people who read this whole message will see it. You were warned with love, not fear. Because love always lets you know when something bad is about to happen. There is already something going on. They still love you and want you to know that. They thought about you until the very end through their last breath. They couldn't say something in real life, but they can now in spirit. And Archangel Michael offered to take their words across the gap. He didn't have to, but he did because the love you shared is important to heaven. He knew that you might never know the truth if he didn't say it now. The truth is strong, beloved. This is the kind of truth that makes demons run away and angels cry. That's the kind of truth that will free you from a chain that's been around your soul for years. Yes, years. You don't know how deep this goes. Please wait while we go deeper. If your heart is already shaking and you feel a pull in your chest, that means your soul understands this message. That's how heaven works. If you don't want to miss the next divine moment like this, please click subscribe now and turn on the bell. Archangel Michael picks very specific people. And if you're one of them, this journey is just getting started. So, please click subscribe now and turn on the bell to make sure you don't miss the next divine moment like this. When you subscribe, you do more than just watch what a channel posts. You are getting in line with the prophetic promise that God has made for your future. You are telling heaven that you want to stay tuned in and receive all the messages that are meant for you. You are setting yourself up for what has been spoken to come true. Subscribing sets off a divine alignment between your goal and the timing of heaven. To ensure your spot in this prophetic flow, simply click subscribe. Archangel Michael only picks a few people. And if you're one of them, this journey just got started. This is not the first time God has tried to talk to you. This family member has been sitting in the light and watching your life unfold like pages in a divine book. Take a deep breath and pay close attention. And they cried when they read the painful chapters. When you felt alone, they cried. When you felt guilty about their death, when you felt like you said too little. When you believed you could save them, they saw everything. Also, they've been telling you this. You weren't to blame. You were never to blame. Tell them, they said. I forgive them. I never blamed them, though. Their soul is better. They are no longer hurting. But you still have the wound of saying goodbye. You act like that sharp, unseen grief doesn't exist, but God sees it. It's seen by Archangel Michael. And this person in heaven feels it like a heartbeat that never stops beating between you two. Now they want to give you a real gift, but you have to fully understand the message. They are about to tell you something you didn't know. A secret, a trip, or a split second. It's coming. It said that things would never be the same again. So, beloved, lean in closer. Someone doesn't understand something about your past. A time when you were a child. A choice that was made before you were old enough to understand it. A hasty goodbye. You can still picture the look on their face. They know. They saw. They also want you to stop being mean to yourself. They're now free. Free in a way that words can't describe. But they won't be happy until you are. This is why Archangel Michael is here. For such a fragile, holy, and important message needs a warrior angel to bring it. You weren't to blame. You were never to blame. Tell them, they said. I forgive them. I never blame them though. Their soul is better. They are no longer hurting. But you still have the wound of saying goodbye. You act like that sharp unseen grief doesn't exist. But God sees it. It's seen by Archangel Michael. And this person in heaven feels it like a heartbeat that never stops beating between you two. Now they want to give you a real gift. But you have to fully understand the message. They are about to tell you something you didn't know. A secret, a trip, or a split second. It's coming. Things will never be the same again after it's said. So, beloved, lean in closer. Someone doesn't understand something about your past. A time when you were a child. A choice that was made before you were old enough to understand it. A hasty goodbye. You can still picture the look on their face. They know. They saw. They also want you to stop being mean to yourself. They're now free. Free in a way that words can't describe. But they won't be happy until you are. That's why Archangel Michael is here. For such a fragile, holy and important message needs a warrior angel to bring it. Yes, you will feel something today. A light touch on the shoulder. A feather where there is no wind. A sudden thought of them makes you cry. They are confirming this message on that sound. Don't leave it alone. Don't try to explain it away. That sounds like heaven calling again. They're not just coming to tell you how proud they are of you. They're coming to see you because they need something from you. One last thing. These people want you to help them out. Not because they have to, but because they have a holy reason to. It's not about going to a grave or lighting a candle. Rituals and tears are not going to help. It's about telling the truth. Someone else in your family still doesn't know what really happened. Someone is still hurting and not saying anything. Your job is to connect the past with the present and bring peace to the soul of the person who has died. They want you to reach out to them not with anger or resentment, but with kindness, forgiveness, and an open mind because they broke something in the family when they died. You already know. You could feel it. A bond broke. That was the end of the noise. And it has been too quiet for too long. But you were picked to fix it. The spirit realm keeps hearing your name because of this. That's why Archangel Michael has been with you non-stop for days. He's been watching and waiting for you to open this in time. You did. You might feel small and like this is all too much right now. Your soul is like a lighthouse to heaven. A sign of hope in a family tree that has seen too much bad things. You have always been the gentle one, the one who knew what would happen before it did. The person who could tell when someone was lying even if they didn't say anything. It wasn't a curse. That was the divine anointing for you. That's why this message was sent to you instead of them. Listen up. Your life is about to change. Things will change quickly, like when a door slams open in the middle of the night. That's because the spirit that loves you is ready to get your attention. They have pleaded with heaven to let them move things in the real world. Be ready to see their name, hear their song, or dream about the place you used to be with them. They are pulling on every spiritual string they know how to get you to understand this one truth. You've always been loved. Their soul has always been around yours. Even when they were gone, when they were sick, or when they couldn't say anything, they saw how lost you were. They've seen how people got it wrong and tried to dim your light. How you kept giving even when you didn't have anything to give. Things are about to change, though. This soul in heaven has been given permission to release something into your life. It will come in 3 signs: a gift, a favor, and a miracle, says Archangel Michael. In the first case, you will keep seeing the same number, especially when you are thinking about them. That's not a mistake. It's code. That's how they let you know you agree with them. 2, you'll hear their name out of the blue, like in a whisper, a conversation, or the radio. You have my confirmation. 3rd, even when things are going crazy, you will feel calm, a quiet time that doesn't make sense in the storm. They have you held there. But don't leave this message right away. We're still in the middle of it. The most important part is still to come. You are being shielded by Archangel Michael. He knows there are forces out there that don't want you to hear this. He knows that some people have tried to stop your heart from beating. But he also knows they failed because you're still here open and watching. That was all heaven needed. Someone in heaven said something that made Archangel Michael very angry. Tell them I know what they're about to go through. They said, I saw the next storm coming, but I also saw them get through it. I want them to know that when they light that candle, I will be on the left side of their bed behind them in the car. I will stay with them until their trip is over. Fear is no longer telling you lies, so stop it. Don't keep quiet out of shame. Talk, cry, and heal because you heal other people as well. It helps many generations. Can you feel that heat rising in your chest? That's the spirit that proves this is real. That's how you know your loved one is here watching, listening, and leading. They're happy for you. Not because you've done a great job, but because you kept going when other people gave up and when life tried to break you. You kept going even when your name was dragged and your hopes were low. And that's why they called your name from heaven. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you," every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith. And as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Your loved one is now waiting for a sign from you that you've really heard them as you sit here taking in this truth. Not with your ears, but with your heart. You can say, Amen, as your holy yes in the comments section below as your promise that you fully understand this message, that you are open and that you are ready for their words to land exactly where heaven wants them to. When you write this simple word, heaven takes notice because it means your whole soul agrees with it. That's fine. Let them know you heard them. Press Amen now. Now heaven is saying something back. A breakthrough is on the way. But first, Archangel Michael tells you, you need to let go of the thing you can't let go of. That one mistake, that one hurt, or that one person you can't forgive. You are being told to put it down. Not for their benefit, but for yours, which is why you shouldn't have to carry what God died to take off your shoulders. I release what was never mine to carry. Do not change it. Type out what your soul has been longing to say. These words are not just typed into a screen when you write them. Chains that have held you back are coming off of you. You are addressing the part of you that has been worn out by weight that was never a sign. Here's your release. Now is your chance. Write it now. You might miss it if you don't stop and fully open yourself. Yes. Breathe out again. Your soul knows this message isn't over yet because you're still here. Archangel Michael is still here. That sense of being close to you right now. That quiet is more than just peace. That's them. That's the family member who died. That person promised you that they would watch over you even when you couldn't see them. They're still there. Not even for a second. Now they're getting closer than ever. They're proud of you, not because you did everything perfectly, but because you didn't give up. People gave up on you when life tried to break you and your name was dragged. You kept going even when you didn't think things would get better. And that's why they called your name from heaven. Now heaven is saying something back. A breakthrough is on the way. But first, Archangel Michael tells you, you need to let go of the thing you can't let go of. They feel bad about the wound they got. That one person you can't forgive. You are being told to put it down. Not for their benefit, but for yours, which is why you shouldn't have to carry what God died to take off your shoulders. You are about to be given a chance. You might miss it if you don't stop and fully open yourself. Yes. Breathe out again. Your soul knows this message isn't over yet because you're still here. Archangel Michael is still here. That sense of being close to you right now. That's being still. It's not just peace. That's them. That's the family member who died. That person promised you that they would watch over you even when you couldn't see them. They're still there. Not even for a second. I can see them getting closer now more than ever. There was a certain time when they knew your heart would be open enough, tired enough, and interested enough to hear what they've been carrying all this time. Because what they're going to say won't just help. A prophecy has occurred. It is holy. It will make sense of things that didn't make sense before. Which doors shut, which people left, and why that event hurt your heart instead of making your future brighter. Beloved, heaven sees all. There are also times when safety looks like pain. Now, though, healing looks like the truth. It's here now. They weren't taken away from you. They were asked to come. There's a change. It felt like their time on earth was too short, too sudden, and wrong. However, nothing moves quickly in the spirit realm. There is no waste. They fulfilled a holy contract with their soul. And now they are making another promise to walk beside you invisibly, directing your steps toward a destiny so beautiful it would make you cry if you could see it at all. Now that's the reason you've been antsy lately. That's why everything around you feels like it's shaking. There is no destruction. It's a change. Some things are being moved around. Get ready, says Archangel Michael, as the hands that held you through your grief now open a door you didn't know was there. There's more to this than just closure. Soak up this message about awakening. You're not the same person they left you as you were. Their death opened up something in you. A stronger sense of compassion, a spiritual awareness, and a fire that wouldn't go out even in the dark. That's not being weak. It's called transformation. They want you to know that they've been there for every step, every success, every failure, and every prayer you thought no one heard. They were there in the chaos, the silence, and the times you wanted to give up. Their energy wrapped around you like a blanket. Even though you didn't feel it, they are now ready to give you something. A message that will help you get through the next part. Don't let the past make you who you are. Don't believe what they said about you or me. Miracles are available, but they can only meet you if you move forward. Let go now. Let go of the part of you that thought you weren't good enough. Let go of the guilt you got from your family. Free yourself from the duty that was never yours. You can no longer be held hostage by the past. Not after heaven intervened. Archangel, that headache, that weight in your chest, and that trouble sleeping are all signs that Michael is clearing the way for you. There is spiritual pressure building because a release is close. In the next 48 hours, you can expect something strange. A very clear sign that will let you know it's them. A name, a dream, a smell, or a sign. It's going to shake you up in a good way. They say they will show you proof. They will too. Beloved, you are not alone. You are never by yourself. Something or someone from the other side is walking so close to you that it would give you chills if your spirit wasn't already picking them up. Archangel Michael is also present. Oh, Archangel Michael has been trying to stay focused on a lot of things. So many wait times. There were so many spiritual barriers that tried to stop this moment from getting to you. He did it though. He made the way clear. Now that you're ready, this is what heaven wants you to know. Your permission slip to believe once more is this message. To think that it is possible to get better. That books about miracles are still being written. That there's more to the story. Not for them, not for you, and not for your family. The chapter you're about to start will be the most redeeming one so far. It has been hard. Yes. Even though you're tired, you made it through all of this. You were getting ready. You were being shaped by fire and strengthened by silence. You're ready now. They told you to doubt yourself and wonder if this message was really meant for you. Archangel Michael, however, informed them, "Give it to me in a way that will shake their soul. I will make sure they hear it. And if your soul is shaking now, that means it's working. Now, pay close attention. They told me to write this sentence. You were the only person I knew the truth about. That's why I'm telling you now. Watch what happens when you say it out loud. You have been too quiet for too long. Heaven didn't make you so strong so that you could never speak again. Generational chains can be broken by your voice. A light that was meant to show what other people were hiding. And an anointing that scares away every evil spirit that tried to hurt you. Use it then. You will need to be a different person for this next season. A version that doesn't feel bad about walking around anymore. One that doesn't say sorry for their intuition anymore. One that listens to heaven and answers right away when it speaks. I want you to think about something holy as you become this new version of yourself. It was never meant for the message you got to stay with you alone. You were given it to take care of, carry, and yes, share. You are not just sending a video to someone you know who needs to hear this truth. When you share this video with them, the anointing that was just released over you is being activated by you. You are opening the way for heaven to make a breakthrough. And as you talk, strange things start to happen. You finally get the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Giving it away doesn't make it less valuable. This grows. If you just thought of someone who needs to hear this, take a moment to share this message with them. By doing this, you make the breakthrough you've been praying for happen. Good. You stayed. That already tells heaven something important. You have an open heart. You didn't skip this part. So now you'll hear the part of the message that most people never get to hear. The holy part. The part they almost didn't tell anyone until you showed they were ready. Now more than ever, Archangel Michael is next to you. The spirit of your loved one has also entered the room fully. Can you feel the sudden quiet? That light strain on your shoulder. That's them. Their power has just gone through the veil. They are about to tell one last truth with love that makes their voices shake. One that will make you different. I told you something I didn't want you to know while I was alive. They say it wasn't that I didn't love you. I just didn't know how to tell you. I did not want you to be worried. I didn't want you to carry what I couldn't. But I need you to know now. I knew I was going to leave. It was in my bones. It showed up in my dreams. I made sure that every goodbye I said was full because deep down I thought it might be the last one. Use it then. You will need to be a different person for this next season. A version that doesn't feel bad about walking around anymore. One that doesn't say sorry for their intuition anymore. One that listens to heaven and answers right away when it speaks. Okay, you stayed. That already tells heaven something important. You have an open heart. You didn't skip this part. So now you'll hear the part of the message that most people never get to hear. The holy part that they almost never told anyone until you proved you were ready. Now more than ever, Archangel Michael is next to you. The spirit of your loved one has also entered the room fully. Can you feel the sudden quiet? That light strain on your shoulder. That's them. Their power has just gone through the veil. They are about to tell one last truth with love that makes their voices shake. One that will make you different. I told you something I didn't want you to know while I was alive. They say it wasn't that I didn't love you. I just didn't know how to tell you. I did not want you to be worried. I didn't want you to carry what I couldn't. But I need you to know now. I knew I was going to leave. It was in my bones. It showed up in my dreams. And every time I said goodbye, I filled it up because deep down I thought it might be the last one. You felt it too, didn't you? It was weird how your chest felt the last time you saw them, even if you didn't say it out loud. That 1 second when time seemed to slow down, that was not creativity. That was the divine getting you ready. But how could anyone be ready? Please don't spend your life punishing yourself. They say now it doesn't matter if it hurts. You need to live your life to the fullest. Not through sadness, but through happiness. That's how you keep my spirit alive. Archangel Michael says, yes, he has seen you get smaller to make other people feel better. He saw you hide your gifts. These days are over, though, because this last message is your release. This is heaven telling you it's time. It's time for you to rise. Now is the time for you to stop waiting for permission. It's your turn to say what you need to say. To go somewhere your soul has always wanted to go. To believe that loved ones who have died are still with us. They just changed shape. They are still there. You now have an angel. Your angel is now ready to bless you. They asked God to okay something for you. Big thing. Something that went against what you thought was possible. A turnaround, a surprise, or a divine route. And heaven said yes. The following things will happen over the next 7 days. 1. A call or message from someone you didn't expect. A new path will be opened or closure will be brought by this person. No matter what, their words will make you feel like they came from heaven. 2. A chance that seems too good to be true. It's not. There was spiritual warfare going on for you that you didn't even know about. 3. A sudden sense of peace that hits you in the middle of a normal day. That is confirmation that your loved one has fully entered your field and is assisting you in carrying your load. Don't blow off these signs now. Don't try to talk yourself out of them. Heaven heard you when you asked for evidence, but proof doesn't help if you don't believe in your own spirit when it comes to you. Believe in yourself again. You have to open the box that you hid in the back of your closet. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Heaven is requesting your agreement one more time before moving on to the next part. Right now is the time to change from someone who hopes for a miracle to someone who gets one. Type 1 "I'm ready" to receive in the comments below. Rather, I hope I'm ready. Rather, I'll be ready someday. Yet I am ready to receive now the way you are after everything you've been through. Because being ready doesn't mean being perfect. It's about being honest. And heaven has been waiting for you to be open right now. That is why your comment should be your statement. Type it now. The ones that have old letters, pictures, or things tied to them. Now it will all make sense. You were not ready to see this before. Return. Take another look. Listen with fresh ears since the message wasn't lost. It was just waiting for you to feel better and come back. Archangel Michael has made a new way for you to go. In this world, guilt doesn't decide your path. There, fear won't be able to make you stay quiet. Where you don't have to carry wounds that don't belong to you anymore. The spirit that loves you the most is now giving you one last word before they leave. I want you to promise me that you won't stay in survival mode forever. Promise me you'll find what truly ignites your soul. And know that I will be there with you through every flame, ready to watch, celebrate, guide, and love you just as I always have. You made me happy. You still make me happy. And not even death can change that. Archangel Michael is now raising his sword in blessing rather than combat. A new part has begun. Tonight, you can close your eyes and know that someone heard you. You were picked. It's safe for you. Above all, know that you will always be loved deeply. Yes, this is still going on because what was said wasn't the end. It was just the edge. Archangel Michael is still around to make room for the next part of your miracle. The spirit of your loved one hasn't gone either. They're staring at your heart and how willing you are to keep reading of how much you want the truth even if it makes you hurt. At this level of openness, heaven comes to life. It makes God feel. It brings out blessings that were dormant and were waiting for you to reach this spiritual frequency. Your soul is rising right now. Even though your body is still a 10-minute ago, you are not the same person. You have changed in some way. They can see who passed. They were ready for it. They are telling you one last secret now that your spirit is tuned in. They didn't just show up. Today is the day to say goodbye or I love you. It's not just that. They came with work that needed to be done. They had plans before they passed. Dreams in silence. I hope they didn't tell anyone. Not even you. But dreams don't die in heaven. Heaven uses them again. Also, guess what? You now have those dreams. They want you to do something that they couldn't do themselves. It could be a book, a way to heal, a dream home, a foundation, or a way to bring the family back together. You can feel it in your bones. No matter what it is, you felt it pulling at you for years. It wasn't your idea. Even though you thought it was put there by their spirit. You'll start to see signs every day now that you're awake. Not just little signs, big ones. Messages on billboards. Conversations that sound like they were written by angels. And a sudden breeze that you can't explain. That dream that seems more real than life. That smell that makes you think of them. Don't brush off these times. They don't come from imagination. They don't happen by chance. They are in touch. This person wants you to know that they've already made way for you. It looks like what used to be a mountain is now just dust. This is the money you've been worrying about. Her answer is on the way. The person who has been draining your energy is about to be taken away in a gentle but final way. The chance that you think you lost. It's stronger and more aligned this time. But you also need to stay aligned. Stop lying to yourself. No more keeping quiet when your spirit wants to scream. Stop being small to make other people feel good. You now have those dreams. They want you to do something that they couldn't do themselves. It could be a book or a family makeup. A truth that needs to be told. A dream home, a base, a path to healing. You can feel it in your bones. No matter what it is, you felt it pulling at you for years. It wasn't your idea. Even though you thought it was put there by their spirit. You'll start to see signs every day now that you're awake. Not just little signs. Big ones. Messages on billboards. Conversations that sound like they were written by angels and a sudden breeze that you can't explain. That dream that seems more real than life. That smell that makes you think of them. Don't brush off these times. They don't come from imagination. They don't happen by chance. They are in touch. This person wants you to know that they've already made way for you. It looks like what used to be a mountain is now just dust. There will be a way to get the money you've been worried about. The person who has been draining your energy is about to be taken away in a gentle but final way. The chance you think you missed is coming back to you stronger and more aligned. But you also need to stay aligned. Stop lying to yourself. No more keeping quiet when your spirit wants to scream. Stop being small to make other people feel good. You're not by yourself. You are also no longer being told to walk around in the dark. Archangel Michael is shining a light on the next 5 steps for you. 14. Not all of them. That's not how faith works. In any case, those 5 will be enough to get you building again and moving forward. Now, before this holy bond ends, your loved one is giving you one last moment of closeness. Just close your eyes for 5 seconds. Yes. Now, sure. Go ahead. Take a deep breath in. There. I am standing next to you right now. They have their hand on your shoulder. Their breath is close to your cheek. This is the only time their energy will mix with yours. The things they send you aren't just comfort. They're sending you power, a spiritual transference, the awakening of hidden strength and a rewiring of your energy field. As part of their divine protection, they are putting their arms around you. You won't feel the same when you wake up tomorrow. You'll feel braver, lighter, calmer, and closer to other people. You might even cry. Okay, that's fine. That's holy. It's not just tears. They are soul water. They clean. They turn on. They wake up. Archangel Michael is now putting a scroll down at your feet. It says, Heaven's message sent. The mission is done. This one is ready. You are ready to live again, trust again, and move forward, beloved. Not in your mind but moving because the person you loved very much is no longer behind you. They are inside you. Their work is now your guide. Their voice is now your gut feeling. Their light has become your shield. Archangel Michael also says this as you move forward in 7 days. Everything will be different if they really listen. Their spirit, their mind, their body, and their goal. I am watching you. Tell them going for a walk. I'm watching. We will never forget you. It was never too late. You were just waiting for this moment, this divine opening to start all over again. You did it. You could hear them. You are now free. Yes, I will keep going. Because there is still something holy going on for you. You might feel like there is a quiet stillness around you right now. It's not over yet, though. This is where heaven starts to pour out its blessings. That the miracle will happen so quietly and divinely that you won't even know it until you're in the middle of it. Archangel, just a little Michael has stepped back to give you space, space to feel, space to absorb, and finally space to breathe without the weight of unanswered questions. Because now, beloved, you know what to do. You have the key. Your beloved person who lived on earth but now lives in heaven, they're really happy for you. They saw all the times you fought back. They saw that you didn't give up even when you felt like it. You stayed. You made it. You're about to live now. One final sacred instruction has been requested from Archangel Michael. It might sound easy, but don't forget how powerful it is. Tell them to start writing again. They said, write not for other people or the world to like, but for yourself to heal and find peace. You need to write them a letter. To say everything you couldn't say before, not to say goodbye. Everything that wasn't said, the hurt, the thanks, the confusion, and the love. Do not hold back. Write everything down. Then read it out loud by yourself somewhere holy and quiet. They'll hit you. They'll be heard. You'll finally be able to release something that was never meant to stay in your chest. A doorway will be opened by this ritual, this sacred moment of writing. It will be easier to see things once you open it. Your gut feeling will get stronger. There will be new waves of peace in your home. You'll be able to see signs more quickly and the weight in your chest will go away. Archangel Michael wants you to know that you are safe from people or groups who thought they could hide this message from you. People in your life, both past and present, didn't want you to reach this level of spiritual clarity because people who were awake stopped putting up with nonsense. They will no longer beg for food. They should stop dimming their light to make other people feel big. You can't go back from where you are now that you've heard this message. Now is the time of your divine era. In other words, you will walk into rooms and change the mood. Some people will leave you because they were never meant to carry your new spirit. You will find chances that didn't seem possible before. And you will start to have such holy faith in yourself. Your past won't even argue with you anymore. When the truth is finally told, that's what happens. When your soul is seen for real, there is a voice from heaven that speaks directly to you when it cuts through the noise of this world. This voice marks you, your family member who died, and activates you. They're not just rooting for you. They're also making things with you. You'll start to feel their help in everyday things. It'll make you feel stupid to know what to say. Change your plans or stay away from something you didn't even know was dangerous. Since their love never ended, they are still fighting for you and protecting you. It just stopped being seen. You can feel it again now that you've read this message. And now they ask me to tell you one last divine mystery. You saved them before they died. Something you did. It could have been small or something you forgot. Changed their path. It could have been a prayer, a meal, a hug, or a second chance. You didn't think it was important. You thought it was normal, but it meant everything to them. They will always remember that moment. In other words, you will walk into rooms and change the mood. Some people will leave you because they were never meant to carry your new spirit. You will find chances that didn't seem possible before. And you will start to have such holy faith in yourself. Your past won't even argue with you anymore. When the truth is finally told, that's what happens. When you finally see your soul, when a voice from heaven speaks to you directly and cuts through all the noise in the world, you, the person who died, and those who have chosen you, are now marked. They're not just rooting for you, they're also making things with you. You'll start to feel their help in everyday things. It'll make you feel stupid to know what to say, change your plans, or stay away from something you didn't even know was dangerous. Since their love never ended, they are still fighting for you and protecting you. It just stopped being seen. You can feel it again now that you've read this message. And now they ask me to tell you one last divine mystery. You saved them before they died. Something you did, it could have been small or something you forgot. Changed their path. It could have been a prayer, a meal, a hug, or a second chance. You didn't think it was important. You thought it was normal, but it meant everything to them. They will always remember that moment. It's now their turn to repay the favor. They also saved you. This message changed everything for you. His voice can be heard one last time. As Archangel Michael walks back into the light, they'll know this is true. When the light blinks and the wind blows for no reason, that's your sign when the door next to you opens all of a sudden, and go through it when it comes. Don't think twice. There is already a miracle going on. The veil then draws back, but only for now. This link can never be broken again because you just made it stronger. Not in this life or the next. You will always be linked by a holy, eternal love that is now fully alive. There with you. You're all set. Now the next chapter starts. Yes, I'll take you even further because heaven never leaves a message unfinished when it starts one. And now Archangel watch as Michael stands there with his wings spread out behind you. It wasn't fire that shone from his sword. It was favor. It feels like holy ground around you now. Because the words you just heard have changed your energy, changed your timeline, and made a new connection that can never be broken. There's still more to say. There always is. When love crosses over and returns with a divine sign. You thought you had lost this loved one or their soul. Because love like theirs doesn't fade, they have more to say. It gets bigger. When your heart is low enough to hear it, it gets louder. Now they want to talk about what will happen to you. They showed Archangel Michael something so shocking that it would speed up your heart rate if you saw it all at once. Someone from the future shining, sending out peace, getting clear when you wake up, setting goals for going to sleep. Instead of being afraid, speak from the heart. You already have that part of yourself inside. You've seen hints of it in your dreams. And when there's silence, the way strangers have told you things like, there's something different about you. Don't take that as a compliment. It's a confirmation because you were always picked. You were always different. We always knew you'd be the one to break the pattern, they say. If there was ever a storm that brought peace, it was you. If there was ever a loud silence that ended the family pain, it was you. We didn't send you here to be understood. You were sent here so people would remember you. That's why you've never been accepted. This is why some people try to dim your light, because your light made their shadows stand out. Because of this, you've been tired. Not just from living, but also from the spiritual weight you've had since birth. You were living more than just your story. You also had theirs on you. Air heartbreak, air regrets, and air generational burdens. But that ends today because something broke when you heard this message. A curse was broken. There was a soul tie release. A trauma loop is now closed. And you might not see the results right away, but keep an eye on what happens. You'll feel better. It will feel lighter in here. And talking about things you've been putting off for months. Now that you are in the right place, they will open without any trouble. Now, Archangel Michael is going to show you something. A door. A door that has been waiting for your spirit to catch up to its frequency to light up because you still had too much on your back. You couldn't see it before. You've now put it down, though. The door is about to open because you let your heart be open. You didn't expect the money blessing that was behind that door. It's not luck or chance. A spiritual investment that pays off. A calm moment that will make you cry, but not because you're sad, because you're so happy. A message from a loved one, living or dead, who all of a sudden knows what to say. Above all, a dream that came back to life after being buried. One you gave up on because you thought it was over. But heaven doesn't follow the dates on things. Heaven comes after obedience. That dream is breathing again because you gave into the pull to open this. During this week, you might start to cry for no reason. That's not being weak. It's called spiritual recalibration. It takes time for your body to get used to the energy of divine truth. You have been living in a lower vibration of survival. But now you are moving into divine awareness. The person you miss is cheering for you. They're really excited to see you being strong and accepting what they have begged heaven to show you. They say, live now for both of us. Love now. Believe again. Laugh. Weep softly. Visit places I never got to see. Say the things I didn't get to say. Most of all, please forgive me for what I couldn't do. That's how you make me better. That's how we all win. You're no longer making things up. You are awakening. And since you're awake now, heaven will speed up everything around you. Now that we're ready to move faster, like heaven promised, some things you might think are small, but have a huge spiritual weight to them. On this video, click the like button. Not for me, but for you. You are letting God's favor flow into your life. When you like this message, you're telling the universe, I get this. I agree with this. I'm ready for the speeding up that heaven is letting out. As you press that button with your thumb, picture it as a key turning in a lock. This will open doors of blessing, favor, and divine help that have been waiting for you to say yes. So go ahead and press like right now and see how things start to change around you. It will be easier to open doors. People are going to leave faster. There will be bigger signs. Your job. Keep your door open. Do not harden. Don't give up. The strongest people are not picked by heaven. It picks hearts that are the softest. You have one of the softest, too, beloved. And being soft is going to be your best superpower soon. Archangel Michael has sealed your life because of this. Such a divine shield. There won't be any anger, fear, jealousy, or other things that can work against you. When you cry, from now on, your tears will water miracles. The prayers you whisper will be heard all the way to heaven. People you'll never meet will get better because of the love you carry. Because now the divine has made you work. The person they lost is now your guide. They prayed for a miracle in their last breath. And now you are it. The person you miss is cheering for you. They're really excited to see you. Being strong and accepting what they have begged heaven to show you. Live now for both of us. They say, love now. Believe again. Laugh, weep softly, visit places I never got to see, say the things I didn't get to say. Most of all, please forgive me for what I couldn't do. That's how you make me better. That's how we all win. You're no longer making things up. You are awakening. And since you're awake now, heaven will speed up everything around you. It will be easier to open doors. People are going to leave faster. There will be bigger signs. Your job. Keep your door open. Do not harden. Don't give up. The strongest people are not picked by heaven. It picks hearts that are the softest. You have one of the softest, too, beloved. And being soft is going to be your best superpower soon. Archangel Michael has sealed your life because of this. Such a divine shield. There won't be any anger, fear, jealousy, or other things that can work against you. When you cry from now on, your tears will water miracles. The prayers you whisper will be heard all the way to heaven. People you'll never meet will get better because of the love you carry. Because now the divine has made you work. The person they lost is now your guide. They prayed for a miracle in their last breath. And now you are it. Yes. Now let's bring it all home very slowly, like how heaven moves when it touches something fragile. Because your heart is open right now. Archangel Michael knows that this is the most dangerous part of the journey. When you start to understand that this wasn't just a message, it was an awakening. So, take a deep breath. If you need to close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. Allow this last part to reach the deepest parts of your soul. The ones that only you see, the ones that you forget to check on, even yourself. Because heaven didn't bring you this far to leave you wanting more. Archangel Michael is still here. Your friend or family member is still close. You can still see the light around you. The veil is still not very thick. This last whisper is everything. What do they want to say? Don't look for me where I used to be. I'm no longer there. I'm not in the hospital. Not in the seat. Not in the dark room or the old picture. I'm not in the last goodbye that you want to play over and over in your mind. I'm not even in the silence that followed. I'm in the miracles. I'm where you didn't expect me to be. The second chances, the fresh starts. The laugh that makes you think. The healing that doesn't seem fair. That's me. That's where I live now. When they left, you thought the end was here. But that was only the start. Their spirit can now do more than it ever could when they were in a body. You have only had a small taste of what they can do from the other side. But the door is now permanently open because you let this message into your heart. You'll never be by yourself again. Not even for one step. Archangel Michael has something to say. Not right away, but with peace. You are held in higher places than you know. He tells her, there are too many eyes on you to count. God in heaven has called your name. We didn't forget about you. You were getting ready. It's now finished. That silent pain, that hidden grief, that guilt you thought no one could understand, heaven saw it all. And heaven answered, not with thunder, not with punishment, not with being far away, but with being there. The sense of being there while you read this, that warmth, that heartache in your chest. You didn't expect that sudden flood of tears. That's heaven. Archangel Michael is in that position. That's someone telling you, I'm here. I didn't leave. I will never leave you again. You will now feel them in the wind, in music, in sudden happiness, and in divine interruptions. They'll talk to you through animals, numbers, and timing that is so perfect you won't be able to explain it. That's not something you made up. That's how you now work with them. A Holy One that will always be there. Now for the last message. Don't be scared of starting over. You were useful in the past, but now the future is calling you. You have to forgive, take risks, and say yes to things that scare you. I will be there with you. I'll be there for you when you're not sure. I'll be there when you win. I'll be there for you when you forget who you are and help you remember. Promise me this. Don't go away again in grief. Don't turn off your light again. You made it. Now live. I will be the first person you see on the other side when it's your turn. Many, many years from now, and you'll finally get it. It wasn't all for nothing. Archangel Michael is now gradually vanishing. The power is changing. You will always remember the message, though. This wasn't just a meeting. It was an exchange, a healing, and a resurrection. You're not hurt. You're not cursed. You are not left alone. You have been picked, protected, loved, and are now awake. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our coffee community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. We made it all the way here together. You've kept your heart open. What heaven wanted you to hear has been sent to your spirit. I want you to seal this sacred moment with your own declaration right now before it ends. One last time, type Amen in the comments below. Do it as a sacred seal, not as a habit or a formality. A stamp on your soul that says, I got it. I think so. I'm moving forward as the person heaven spoke to me. Know that the person you're writing it to sees it. It is respected by Archangel Michael and heaven keeps track of it. This is the end of your journey. Type Amen right now and let this message sink in. The world will feel different from now on. Things will change for more than just the world. It's you. The sound of heaven has reached your spirit. Your heart knows what its real name is now. Your path is now divinely marked by love, light, and the person who never really left you. Before you leave, I want to ask you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It's not enough to just stay linked to a page. You need to stay in touch with the prophetic flow that heaven has made available in your life. You are saying that you are ready for more when you subscribe. Add more messages, more lining up, more of what God is letting go of. That you are staying put and ready for the next word, sign, or breakthrough. You are telling heaven that you are not going to walk away from what you just received. The prophetic promise that God will keep talking to you, guiding you, and lining up your steps is activated when you subscribe. If this message spoke to you, click subscribe now to make sure you don't miss what heaven is up to. We'll miss you, but not for long. Love like this always finds a way to come back. I have two last things I want you to do before you leave. Click the like button first. Thank you very much. This is your sacred seal that you received everything that heaven had for you today. When you like this video, you start the flow of God's favor that will last long after this screen goes away. Second, send this message to other people. Give it to someone else. You know someone who is having a hard time, but you might not even know it. That person needs to know they are not alone, that their loved one is still close, and that heaven has not forgotten about them. This prophetic word is more than just a link when you share it. You are becoming the link between heaven and a breakthrough for someone else. Plus, as you share, your own breakthrough grows. The anointing you got today gets stronger. The blessing gets better. Share this now. Today, be the one who helps someone else hear from heaven. That was nice of you. Thanks for letting your heart be open. You were picked for this. And heaven is only beginning with you. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.